Hello, EmPower Pack. Welcome back for another video. Today we are going to be taking you through our leg day. All you're going to need is some sort of pair of dumbbells, a kettlebell, a medicine ball, any sort of weight you have at home. Zimba will be leading this one today. We're going to take a back seat. So Zimba, take it away.
Let them know.
Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification button so you can stay up to date with all of our new videos that we're going to be posting. So today's workout, we have 10 exercises for you. It is going to be leg focused, but we have a lot of ab core work thrown in there too, so you get a little bit of a break with the legs. 10 exercises, 2 sets of each exercise. We're going to finish all 10 exercises, and then we're going to do another round through the entire thing. We're going to be working for 35 seconds, and then we'll get 10 seconds to rest between. 20 seconds to explain what exercise is coming up. So make sure you're paying attention, your ears are turned on, and you're looking up here to see what that next exercise is.
All right, we're gonna get things started with the warm up. We're gonna do about 15 seconds on each of these exercises, just about 2 minutes total before we get right into that work. We're gonna start things off with some jumping jacks. On the balls of our feet, feet go out, arms go up overhead. We've all done these in gym class at some point. We just wanna get the heart rate up a little bit. For 5, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna set those feet wide. We're gonna go right into some star toe reaches, taking that hand towards the opposite toe. Feeling the stretch in the hamstring, the hips a little bit. Exhale down, inhale up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna keep our feet nice and wide, right into a static side lunge. Shift that weight into each leg, into the hip, in the heel of that working side. Toes are pointed forward, shoulders are back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet right under the hips. We're going into a hip hinge. Okay, the mimic pattern here of that RDL we'll be seeing later on. Shoulders back, gliding those hands down the thighs and the shins. Not now, buddy. 3. Want that neutral spine. 2. And 1. Set those feet right into that squat. Couple inches out. Toes slightly pointed outward. So last one here. Before we start things off. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, shake those legs out and let's get ready to work.
The first exercise of the workout today is going to be a reverse lunge single leg RDL combo. So you're going to hold your dumbbells or whatever weight you have at the sides. We're going to take a big reverse lunge, and then the leg that is in the front, as you come up, you're going to send the opposite leg all the way back. We're going to do a single leg RDL on that side. Pull yourself up and stay on that side for this entire first set. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Again, take that big lunge back, and then on the way to the top, maybe even challenge yourself, try not to let that back leg touch the ground, all the way down to that single leg RDL, finding your balance, hip bones are squared to the ground, feel a glute pull you up. So we're gonna stay on this side for the entire set. The goal today with any of our single-sided movements, because we have 2 sets each, is to finish the entire set on one side before we take it over to the other. There shouldn't be too much impact in today's workout. At any point, if you need to drop your weights, that's a great way to kind of modify the movement a little bit. Get the form down first. For 3, 2, 1, rest, and switch sides. So this time, whatever side you weren't on, we're gonna go over to the other one. That leg's gonna be doing all the work. In 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders back. Take that big lunge back. With any lunge pattern, always remember that the front leg is the one that's doing the work. So try not to press off the ground with the back leg. We're really pulling up through the front leg. 20 seconds here. I love single leg RDLs. Making sure we're breathing, pulling the belly in. On leg day, so important to continue to brace the core, keep it nice and tight. 3, 2, 1, and next exercise.
We're gonna rack those dumbbells up at the shoulder, set our feet into a squat. We're going squat to calf raise. Strong through the core, squeeze those glutes. We have 10 seconds. We wanna fire up those calves by going all the way up onto those toes and then right back down into that squat. In 2, 1, we should be dropping in for that first rep. Think about trying to keep your elbows high here in that racked position. Another option, we can grab that one weight if it's a little heavier, or if your shoulders are really fatiguing, hold it up at the chest. Sink into that squat, then right on to those toes. Keeping that chest up, core turned on. When we go into that calf raise, I still want you squeezing your glutes. For 3, 2, 1. We have one more here. That rest goes quick, so sometimes maybe we just keep those dumbbells in the hand. And 2, 1. 35 seconds. Let's get those calves burning, huh? We'd all use a little bit more calf work in our lives. I know I sure can. Woo. Elbows high. Shoulders might start burning here. That's okay. Halfway. Feel it in the legs. Make sure those knees are not caving in at any point in time here. 6 seconds, let's get 2 more. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, take it nice and wide. Toes are slightly turned out. We're gonna take it into our Sumo Deadlift. So from here, you can grab 1 or 2 kettlebells or dumbbells or whatever you have. From there, we're gonna go hip hinge. So sending those hips all the way back, pulling through the glutes. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So sumo, whenever you hear that wide stance, toes slightly out, not a squat. So we're not bending at the knees, we're pushing our hips back, flat back, and then to get up to standing, we're pulling through the glutes. So we're not pulling up through the upper body. The glutes are squeezing and pushing you up to standing. Take a big inhale, brace the belly, push the hips back, and then exhale, squeeze and pull. Shoulders are down and back, the dumbbells are tight to the body. So we're not just dropping the chest forward, we're pushing back. For 3, 2, and 1. Hinges can be a tough movement if you've never done them. So if you don't know for sure if you're doing it right, drop the weight a little bit, maybe go body weight. In 2, and 1. So again, toes slightly turned out. We don't have to be full ballerina style with the toes completely turned out. Just a slight turn, pushing back into the hips and the heels. And then again, on that exhale, big pull to the top, tuck the tailbone and squeeze the hips under. 15 seconds left. After this, we're gonna take it into our first lateral lunge combo. Again, drop to 1 dumbbell if you have to. For 3, 2, 1, rest. Perfect.
Let's really make sure we're trying to finish out each and every round the entire duration of that 35 seconds. Side lunge combo here. Side lunge, knee drive. Pick one leg, we'll alternate each set. 1 dumbbell goes inside the leg, 1 goes outside that leg. In 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, toes pointed forward, trying to step directly to your side laterally. Sometimes having a point of reference is very helpful in this exercise. Another option here, single dumbbell through those legs, picking that side. Emily's giving me that knee drive for a little added balance. Weight into the hip and into the heel of that working side. The leg you leave behind, let's keep it nice and straight the entire time. Almost there. 2, 1. All right. We're gonna switch it over to that other leg here. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Nice big step laterally, toes pointed forward. Sometimes you may need to recorrect that movement. That's why it's always good to check in with your body during the exercises. That's the most important thing, is that we're focusing on what we're doing while we're doing it. We're halfway there. Knee drive, or option just to step back to that starting position. Keep it up. We got an iso bear crawl kickback coming up. A little bit of core work down on the mat. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody down to your mat. Come to a tabletop position and then lift your knees. From here, we're gonna take a big kickback. Foot is flexed, driving through the heel and squeezing the glute. We're gonna alternate sides here instead. 3, 2, and 1. If the hover at any point starts to become a little too much, we can always take the knees down to the ground, regular tabletop, and take it into that alternating kickback. Either way, we want those bellies really hugged up towards the spine so we're not getting any dip in the low back. And we're just squeezing the glute, just squeezing the glute. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about as you start to take these reps. You might find that the low back kind of wants to dip down. You might feel a little bit of sinking in the belly. Just kind of keep working on pulling it up and flattening out the back. For 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Woo!
You guys know the drill. When I sweat, I let you know. First drip, just hit the mat. We're in business.
All right, and go. Lift those knees, keep the foot flexed. Squeeze the glute, keep that belly pulled up. Focusing on a lot of things right now. Shoulders are right over the wrist. Keep breathing. 20 seconds left, and then from here, get ready to hop it back up. We have a little squat combo coming up for you. You should really start to feel the core activating like we're in a plank. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hop it up.
To our feet, we're going 4 frog squats, 4 squat pulses. Emily's got you here with that first demonstration. Set those feet in that squat position, take those elbows, drive those knees out. Pump those hips up and down for 4 reps, and then pulse it low for 4. Let's combo that move in 2, 1. She's giving you a little bit more of a side body view, so you can see the spinal alignment, nice and neutral, dropping the shoulders down and back, relaxing the traps. And then we pump the hips up and down, weight into the heels. Chest up when our hips are down at the bottom. And then pulse it low. That's the goal here. Feel the quads burning so bad that you want to stop, but you won't. 5 seconds. 3, 2,
Oh my
1.
goodness.
Yes.
I swear, frog squats are damn existence.
They let you know that your legs are alive. Second set, let's do it in 2, 1. 4. The frog squat, it's a small movement pattern, but it's crazy effective. And it's one of those like silent but deadly moves.
Seriously.
You don't think much of it until you're doing it. Halfway. Oh my goodness.
Whose idea was this?
Don't stop.
Not ours.
We got some front lunge, around the world front lunge coming right up here. 6 seconds. 3, 2.
All right, stand nice and tall. I'm gonna kind of guide us all into this one. Everybody take your hands to your left hip. From here, we're gonna take a big forward lunge with the right leg, draw a big circle over to the body, over to the other side of that right leg, then reverse it, pull it all back. 3, 2, 1, and go. All the way down. If you have a weight that's light enough, you can use the weight like Talon's doing. If your weights are a little too heavy, you're gonna go exactly what I'm doing and take it with just your hands. Staying on this side for the entire set. You might start to feel the shoulders working a little bit. Working on really decelerating ourselves in that lunge. 8 seconds. 5, 4, get ready to switch sides in 2, and 1. Oh, you guys are gonna see a different exhaustion out of us on leg day.
Seriously.
All right, here we go. 2, 1, hands to the right hip, big left lunge. Draw that circle over the head. Then reverse it, pull it back. Draw the circle the other way. You're gonna feel your heel hit first, and then your toe. Try not to lunge right out into the toe. Oh yeah. 15 seconds. Last move for the legs in this first round is going to be a swing in 3, 2, and 1.
Whew. There you are.
I'll take 1.
Oh, 1. All right, we're going into some swings. Dumbbell swings, kettlebell swings, whatever weight we're using today. Hinging at the hip, slight bend in those knees. Sending that weight through the legs, fire up the hips. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna be showing you that single arm version, and we'll switch next set. Pack that shoulder back, activate the lat. Take that weight through the legs, just about knee level. Brace that core, make sure we have that neutral spine. Fully extension in the hips, activating the glutes at the top, letting that air out. We're almost there, keeping that arm nice and long. Dumbbell should be coming up, maybe just about chest level here. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Legs.
So either 2 hands on that 1 dumbbell or single arm. In 2, 1. Feet should be set about shoulder width apart. Really working on the hip hinge, building explosive power through the glutes here.
Through the glutes, not the low back.
At the top, we don't want to extend the low back, just enough to extend the hips. Standing nice and tall at the top of the movement here. We're almost there, under 10 seconds. We're gonna bring it to our mat for some V-ups. In 3, 2.
Oh my goodness. Okay, clear your mat off. We're gonna lay onto our backs. Straighten out your legs or bend your knees. From here, reach behind you. On that exhale, you're gonna come up, reach for 1 toe. The other leg is resting on the ground. 5 seconds. We're gonna alternate sides, alternating V-ups. In 3, 2, 1. Bend at the hips here, bend at the hips. Inhale back, exhale. Opposite hand, opposite toe. Really crunching at the belly. Pull it in as you come up. Zumba's like, what the heck are you guys doing right now? So we should start to feel this really nice burn, kind of starting in the core, giving the legs a break, giving the hands a break from holding the dumbbells and weights. 10 seconds, really make sure you're breathing, try not to hold your breath. So inhale back, exhale as you reach. 5 seconds. Again, you can bend the knee here. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right, last one. 3, 2, 1, and go. Inhale, exhale. Try your best not to hold the breath. We want that full contraction in the core. We were like, yeah, leg day is gonna be a good idea.
Oh.
Okay, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna take it up to standing, and we're gonna take it into a standing core move. It's called a single side rotational chop. It can be a little difficult if you've never seen it before, but we're gonna help you through it. In 2, and 1.
Whew. A big gasp for air. Oh, as we feel those abs working. Stand up tall. Set your feet. We're gonna pivot. So we're gonna pick a side outside that front hip. We're gonna rotate over like we're taking it over that top shoulder, pivoting on that foot. In 2, 1. We're gonna pick one side for this first set, and then we'll switch for the second. So if I'm coming from the right side, up over to the left, pivot that right foot up and over. Keeping the core engaged. Remember, we're rotating at the core. The obliques, the transverse, they're all working hard here. Over halfway there. Last couple reps. And 3, 2, 1.
This one can very easily be done body weight as well. If you want to use just your hand, maybe you have a weight that's a little too heavy as well. All right, 3, 2, and 1. I'm showing you the body weight option on the other side. Still pivoting on the toes. So every time you turn to one side, the opposite foot pivots. Keeping the ribs down, hips tucked forward. We really want a nice crunch in the core, so we're not using the spine, the hips, or the knees. 10 seconds, and then we are gonna take it back to the top into our second round.
Let's get that water break.
In 3, 2, and 1.
Woo.
All right, give yourself a second. That is round 1 done. Give yourself a second. Grab a sip of water. You're gonna need it, and we're gonna take it right back to the top.
30 seconds. All right, back from the top. We're gonna get going in about 15 seconds. We're gonna be starting back off at 2 sets of 35 seconds of work with that dumbbell reverse lunge to RDL combo. Whatever leg you step back with, you're gonna go right into that RDL with the same leg.
All right, everybody. Round 2.
This is it, 6 seconds. We're moving. Pick a leg to start with, and let's get that work in 2, 1. Step back, lunge. That weight is in the front leg, and we press through the front leg back to the starting position. That challenge will be not let that back foot hit the ground before we go right into that single leg RDL. Keep those shoulders back as we hinge. Tailbones are pointing forward the entire time as we shoot that leg back in that RDL. Brace that core. Fire to the top. Last rep. 3, 2, 1. It's okay if you lose your balance, just reset. Don't think about it and keep moving. It's how we start to build balance in the movements. 2, 1, switching legs. And this rest is really short. Only have 10 seconds to grab that air. Whoa, reset. On that lunge, just checking with those shoulders, make sure they're rolled back. Try not to let your back knee hit the ground, but come close to kissing the mat. We have 10 seconds left, and then we're going right into that front rack squat to calf raise. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, my butt. Okay, so we're gonna get those dumbbells up onto the shoulders. We're gonna take it into front squat, calf raise, front squat, calf raise. When you come to the top of your squat, squeeze your glutes and keep them tight as you take it into that calf raise. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Woo! Usually everybody hears Talon out of breath, but here I am joining you today. Okay, sink back into that squat. Let the knees travel freely forward, but keep those heels planted. And then at the top, come up onto the toes. Keep the glutes squeezed as you come into that calf raise. On the way down, take that big inhale, brace the core, protect the spine. Hold that air in there until you hit the top. Exhale, all of it, making sure we're always protecting our backs as we're squatting. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, rest. 10 seconds. 1 more of those, and we're gonna take it back to our sumo deadlift. All right, here we go. Quick rest, 1 more big breath. 3, 2, 1, and go. If at any point the dumbbell starts to become a little too tough, or you can always drop down to body weight, take it into that squat to calf raise. Inhale down, hold it, up, exhale, and calf raise. 20 seconds. Hey, Zimbo, that looks nice over there, laying down. All right, everybody, 10 seconds. And then from there, we're gonna take it into that sumo deadlift. Again, 1 dumbbells, 2 dumbbells. If you're still working on your hinge, you can go body weight in 2 and 1.
Woo! Keep those dumbbells in your hand. We have 15 seconds. Feet about twice the width of the hips. Toes slightly flared outward. And we hinge. Slight bend in the knees. Send those hips back.
Woo.
In 3, 2, 1. Most important thing here is our knees are actively driving out because naturally they're going to want to cave in on this movement. And if you can't resist them, walk your feet in just a little bit here. Soft bend in those knees, neutral spine. Only go as low as you can go. If that's just to the knees or just past the knees, that's okay as long as we keep that spinal integrity here. 5 seconds. That's right. 2, 1. 1 more set. I'm gonna just hold the weights because it's more work picking them up. And 2, 1, and we hinge. Feel those inner thighs working, hamstrings lengthen, glutes fire. We want that happening on every rep. If you're feeling tightness or achiness in the low back, okay, maybe you need to rest at the top. Take a little break. In 2, 1, rest.
From there, we're gonna take it back to our lateral lunge to knee drive. Pick one side, you can go 1 dumbbell or 2 dumbbells, 10 seconds, and then stay on that side the entire time. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you take your lateral lunge, remember we want to sink back and down. So you want the weight to shift into the hip and the heel. Your toes are going to be pointing forward. The leg you're leaving behind is nice and straight. And I like to imagine that there's kind of a imaginary chair behind me that I'm trying to push that hip back and down onto. Shoulders are back. Your chest is going to naturally fall forward. We just don't want the spine to round out. 8 seconds here. Getting that knee drive at the top for a little bit of extra balance. For 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. 8 seconds. Last lateral lunge. Whew. When you hit the bottom, remember the glute is squeezing to press you up to standing. In 2 and 1. Switching sides here. As you take that first rep, just take a peek, look down, make sure both your toes are pointing forward. That left leg is nice and straight, whatever side you're on. Press that hip all the way back. Feel that stretch through the glute into the hamstring. Squeeze where you feel that stretch. Hold at the top of that. Knee drive for a second. 15 seconds here. And then from there, we're going to take it down to the ground into our iso bear crawl to glute kickbacks. 5 seconds, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down.
Oh. Iso bear crawl. Start in that tabletop position. Lift the knees, hover 2 to 3 inches. And then we shoot that leg back, activating the glute in that kickback. 5 seconds. Let's do it. In 2, 1. Checkpoints here. Shoulders stacked right over the wrists. Knees right under the hips. Flat back. Pulling your belly button up, bracing your core the entire time. And then leg extension, firing up the glute. Think about all of those things while we're performing this movement. And if we're not thinking of all of them, then we're thinking about some of them. 6 seconds. Keep it up. Pull your shoulders down. Relax your traps. In 2, 1.
Oh my goodness. My shoulders.
All right, set those knees down. We're back at it. In 3, 2, 1. Another cue that I like to suggest is really opening up your fingers, spreading them. Hey, use your hands like you would your feet when you want to grip the ground. Roll your shoulder blades down. Trying to keep your neck long. And when you extend the leg, try not to extend the back or flare the ribs. 10 more seconds. And we have our favorite coming up. Frog squat to frog pulse. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Body weight
Zumba,
does the job too.
do this one for us, please. Okay, we have 4 frog squats and 4 squat pulses. Everyone's favorite. This is the crowd favorite for sure. Okay, 5 seconds.
You see me dripping?
I do. Take that squat stance, toes out, bring it down. Elbows inside the knees and pulse for 3, 2, 1, then squat. 4, 3, 2, 1. You started off and you think, oh, this is gonna be fine.
And it goes quick.
15 seconds in, you're on the ground. 20 seconds. If at any point you really start to burn out, a couple ways that you can keep going without stopping is just to bring that pulse a little bit higher up. So maybe you're not as deep down in the squat pulse, but you're still moving through that clock. For 3, 2, 1, and rest.
I can't believe I have to do that again.
Okay, we got this. We're in this with you. We're dying too. Here we go. Drop it down. Into those hips. Elbows inside the knees for those frog squats. Kind of driving the elbows inside and out against the knees. It'll help fire up, kind of up the side of the leg into the glute a little bit. 20 seconds. We got this. Oh my goodness. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. 10 seconds. Almost there, I know it's burning, we're right there with you. 4, 3, 2, 1.
They feel so heavy. So much lactic acid buildup. But we want it, we need it. That means we know we're working. We're getting it done. Okay, we have around the world front lunges here. We're gonna pick one side from outside the hip with that weight or body weight. In 3, 2, 1. We're stepping forward with the right leg. We're gonna start with the weight outside the left hip. Step forward into the lunge, taking that weight across the body, outside the front knee. Keep your shoulders forward, hip bones forward. We'll rotate that weight, coming across the body. 10 seconds left. We're gonna stay tall in this lunge. For 3, 2, 1, switch. I debated trying to do this with the 25. I said, not today. And 2, 1, lunge around the world. Whoa. Nice and big, up and over. Brace the core the entire time here. Keep the foot forward. Weight into the heel of that front leg. 12 seconds left. Woo. Coming up next after this, we have our dumbbell swings. Last rep for 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Dumbbell swings, kettlebell swings, medicine ball swings, whatever you have with you. Dumbbell into those hands, shoulders back, explosive hip hinge. So when you're doing this one, we send those hips all the way back. Chest comes forward, hips goes back as that weight comes between the legs. 3, 2, and 1. So remember, this is not a shoulder raise. This is not the upper body. This is all through that hip hinge, the glutes, sending that weight into the air. Inhale as it goes back. Exhale as you drive up. Toes are forward or slightly turned out. And the knees are always driving away from each other. We never want those knees to cave in, especially on something like this. Or you might start to feel the low back wanting to do some work. We want to really press those knees out away. For 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. All right, one more here. And all we have left are our little ab exercises. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Last leg movement of the workout. Big inhale, big exhale. Keep pressing those knees away from each other. Keep those glutes on. Tuck the tailbone at the top. Good, 20 seconds. And then we're down to the mat for our alternating V-ups. We are drenched.
Definitely. Swimming in my sweat.
10 seconds. Ew, that's gross.
I knew you were gonna say that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh.
All right. Exercise, alternating V-ups. If you do have a light dumbbell, that is an option to use. 7 seconds, arms up overhead, and we're gonna reach up, fold our body in half, reach for the opposite toe in 2, 1. Exhale up, take that hand to the toe, try to keep your leg as long as possible, and control your body as you lower, using those abs. Nice and controlled. 12 seconds left. We're just about finished. Got a little bit more to give, a little bit more work to do. In 3, 2, 1. We'll rest when the work is done. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. If we're using a dumbbell, I'll show you that option as well. Means we're taking both hands up with that weight, alternating the legs. We're halfway. Whew.
Oh my goodness.
Let that air out. The abs are gonna wanna cramp. They're screaming at you, telling you to stop. But no,
No.
we will not. Last couple. 3, 2, 1.
And up to standing. Okay, last one. We got our single side rotational chop. We're almost there. Yes. Okay, pick one side, dumbbell or not. Again, we're gonna rotate on the feet, pretend that we're throwing some water over our shoulder. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, pick one side, grab that imaginary bucket of water and toss it over the shoulder. Again, we don't have any arching in the low back. Our hips are tucked under, our ribs are pulled down, almost like we're at the top of a crunch on the ground. We're pulling those ribs in as we rotate and chop. Kind of like that feeling you might feel when you're doing a Russian twist on the ground. We're kind of twisting at the core. These kinds of movements teach us how to do everyday movements nice and safely. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one.
Last one.
Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 30 seconds. Big inhales and exhales. Again, keeping that core crunched as we're doing this. Pull the ribs down. Whew. 20 seconds. You're almost there.
Keep going with us.
Go our team. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work in power pack.
Air 5, fist bump, handshake.
Hopefully you all have, and he messed it up.
Oh no.
All right, everybody, we will see you next time. Stay tuned, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Simba's saying goodbye too.
Oh.